Hello, how are you everyone? So today's video we're gonna see what is SDLC and why we need to understand this. So let's start. What is SDLC? SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle. It's a framework of development process which may differ from company to company. One of the most popular types of SDLC is the waterfall model. In simple words, a generalized description of the software development process is SDLC. There is a range of software development lifecycle model and methodologies like spiral model, prototype model, V model, and more, which we will talk about in upcoming video. Now, let's see what is waterfall model. Waterfall model is a sequential software development lifecycle model that describes development as a chain of successive steps. No phase can be started before or simultaneously with the previous or current one. Let's consider the waterfall model's main phase as they go. So as you can see, this is the diagram of waterfall model. We have some step on here like requirement analysis, design, then we have development, then we have testing, and then we have maintenance. So as you can see, testing is a part of SDLC. And as a software tester, it's really mandatory to know about SDLC and their model properly. Now let's talk about all of the phases in detail. First phase, which is requirement analysis or system requirement phase. This is the most important part of any SDLC model, so listen carefully. During the first phase, the requirements for the system are established. The process starts with electing business requirements, analyzing and prioritizing them, which ends with the creation of the vision and scope document or two separate documents depending on each particular case. Vision and scope documents are created before signing the contract. Vision is defined as long-term strategic concept of the ultimate purpose and form of a new system. The scope is what draws the boundary between what's in and what's out in for the project. Denoting scope is an essential part of the project for both sides. It makes a client transparent what will be done. A good strategy for managing expectations is to identify what will not be included in a software product. So client expectations are clear. That is for the project scope documented is created. Now let's understand project scope. The project scope is expected to contain project roadmap, budget, and description, with main functions defined regarding the problem vision document. The initial phase is unthinkable without software requirement specification or SRS. That is the core of this phase. Let's understand what is software requirement specification. A typical software requirement specification or SRS includes a purpose and overall description, a specific requirement. Sometimes it may include prototype that may be different types like vertical, horizontal, static, dynamic, low fidelity or high fidelity. Mockups are sent to UI or UX designer who transform them into layouts. Second phase. Second phase is design. So in the design phase of the waterfall model diagram, how preciously the requirement to the system will be technically implemented. This phase largely covers such components as a programming language, data layers, services, and other stuff. And then we come into the third phase, which is development phase. The actual source code is finally written in the third phase, implementing all models, business logic, and service integration that were specified in the prior step. The process of the entire code creation may be subdivided into some small units, and each unit is developed and tested for its functionality. Afterwards, a whole system is built out of ready-made units, and the fourth phase starts. Now here we come into the fourth phase, which is testing phase. After the development phase, the product quality The product quality should experience a thorough quality assurance and software testing to discover defects in a system. Testers are involved in finding and reporting issues that need to be resolved. To store registered issue, a bug tracking system can be utilized with the goal that the issue could be handled during the maintenance lifecycle phase. The software can be conveyed when the code issues are fixed. The client is engaged with the acceptance testing to evaluate it for utilization. Then we come into maintaining phase, which is number 5. As soon as the product is ready for placement to a live environment, it enters the ready maintenance phase of the software development lifecycle. The maintenance phase engages not just the deployment of the software, but also support and maintenance that may be required to keep it functional and up to date. So that was the waterfall model. The waterfall model is easy to follow and understand. Still, like any other software development lifecycle model, waterfall has its strong and weak side. This model can't suit every conceivable sort of software project. Let's see when you should use waterfall model, when then we will see advantages and disadvantages of waterfall model. When to use waterfall model. So three main reasons. One, simple and short term project. You should use waterfall model when your project is simple and it's short term. Second, requirement are clear and fixed. When you have a crystal clear requirement and requirement are not like fixed, it will be not changed, then you can use waterfall model. Three, project with less budget. If someone have less budget for their project, then they should go with waterfall model. Now let's see advantages. What is the main advantages of waterfall model? Waterfall model is simple to oversee and preserve. You can understand every step on waterfall model if you are belong from any non-IT or any other you can belong from any other profession, but then also you can understand waterfall model. It's really simple. Then detailed documentation. After, if you follow the waterfall model, you will get detailed documentation for every step, like where things going and how things going. Then three, the outcome is clear. The outcome is clear means when you choose the waterfall model, then you will know that end of the development phase or end of the project development what you will get, because your requirements are clear and fixed. So these are the advantages of waterfall model. Let's see what is the disadvantages of waterfall model. Disadvantages of waterfall model. It's less flexible than any other SDLC models like in spiral and prototype and other things, which we're gonna discuss in our next video. Then lack of visibility of the current progress. Then other disadvantages is increases delivery term. Fourth, changes in the business requirement or new additions in functionality require change at all previous steps. Because let me explain it this to you. Like, wait a minute, I'm going back. Like, as you can see here, the waterfall model name is for it's kind of waterfall. It's going up to down. So the model is we have to clear every step before moving to next. Like first requirement analysis, then we can jump into design, then development, then testing, then maintenance. We cannot skip any of these step for the on the waterfall model. Even we cannot go back on the one step if we do something or if we do something wrong. Like let's see if we are in the development phase and we see something is wrong and we do something wrong, then we cannot just go back one step back on the design, or we cannot fix it on the development process, because if we do so, our entire requirement paper will be wrong. So that's why if we go with the waterfall model and if we face any problem, then we have to do it from the very top, which is the requirement analysis. We have to change our requirement, we have to change the design also, then we can change these things and these things and these things. So this is the major drawback of the waterfall model. And then time shift is one phase will strongly affect the whole roadmap. So as I told you that we cannot move any other phase before anything end, like current phases end, we cannot move to the next phase. So that's why if any of these phase take a longer time than other, we have to wait to finish that. We cannot do it parallelly or like simultaneously to every phase. We cannot work on everything together. Then the end product is available only at the end of the cycle. So this thing is same, because we are following the top to bottom waterfall model. So we have to wait till the everything end, then we will get our final product. We cannot see any prototype or other things like how things going, and end of the development we see that we get this or then we can just judge it that it's like 100% our expectation or not. So these are the disadvantages of the waterfall model. So as you can see, waterfall model have disadvantages and advantages also. So I prefer the who have like a simple or short project or nothing very complex, they should always go with the waterfall model. And if you have any project which is very complex or like a lot of feature, then you should always avoid waterfall model. So this was the video. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, then subscribe. Thank you for watching. Be safe, be good, peace.